This is Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer at Treasury Consulting and also a venture capitalist. A $25 million valuation company which turns out to be $100 million by December 20 and hopefully unicorn by 2022-23. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, which is that exactly how the auto trader works. As you very well understand that maybe few people who are watching the video might be knowing that what exactly is an auto trader. So generally what happens that there are many people, those who have access to Reuters and Bloomberg like us, and they take the data of a relevant currency of the last 20 years. And based upon that relevant currencies, they write a code, and that code will actually automatically decide whether to buy or to sell. It will create the hedges into the system. They are known as auto traders, but generally they generate 3, 4, 5% of return on sometimes on a daily basis, sometimes on a weekly basis, sometimes fortnightly, sometimes monthly basis. Hard to tell, depends upon the currency movement actually. But what happens that these auto traders are nothing but playing with the fire. I'm not against that. Why it is playing with the fire is that most of the people, those who do the coding of the auto traders, they do not know the difference between the implied, basically historical volatility, realized volatility, implied volatility, and imputed volatility. I'm not sure. And fifth one, which is again there in the system, which is trading volatility. So I repeat, there are 5 kinds of volatility which we have, which is historical volatility, realized volatility, implied volatility, imputed volatility, and trading volatility. Trading volatility is used for options. Not many people know about that, those who do the coding of these auto traders. And another biggest problem why they don't take these volatilities into consideration, because of that what happens that considering a scenario like when you have GBP or Euro, Cable and Euro are the two currencies who can even move 2 big figures in one day. For them, moving 2 big figures in one day is nothing. It's nothing. It's their normal routine, normal nature, right? But what happens when these currencies struck at a point of time? When they turn out to be the range bound, it creates a mess up into the system. And when it creates a mess up into the system, it might end up losing several $1,000s of funding or the capital from the auto trader. So all those people, those who are working on the auto trader, they need to realize 2 things. In fact, more than 2 things very carefully. Number one, is that auto trader working on the spot or is they working on the volatility? If it is working on a volatility, then what all type of volatilities they do have? Historical, realized, implied, imputed, and trading. And when it comes to realized, assuming, which definitely not the seen in most of the times, that what is an outlier? How exactly the outlier works, What are the outlier models you use? Third important thing is this auto trader is being backed up by the option strategies. Most of the auto traders worldwide do not have an option strategies in place. On the sake of the option strategies, you have buy option and call option, not more than that. But technically, you should have option strategies in place. For most of the people, those who are watching this video, the difference between option strategic and synthetic strategies must be the same. Do you know that synthetic strategies are completely different ball game than the option strategies? Like today, I was in a conference by Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute, and I was a speaker there. We're going to shoot several videos in this week on that. In this, I was surprised to know that even so-called portfolio managers were not aware about the synthetic strategies. They treated them as an option strategies. That was quite surprising even at Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute forum, and that too at Singapore level. Exactly. So your auto trader should not be backed up by the spot rate, rather it should be backed up by the option strategies and which volatility you are using. This is a very shortest video which we are making on a auto trader. We have a bank in this world, without quoting the name, you can guess my favorite bank. This bank's auto trader works on vols, and they works on an imputed vol. This is pretty high, and their auto trader is backed up by all option strategies. So to cut the long discussion short, a right auto trader is something where the position of short or long is being taken on imputed or trading volatility. Plus, there should be I would say a kind of system or kind of a placeholder whereby the person who actually owns that auto trader or the person who using that auto trader, he is able to take up the option strategies in place. And last but not the least, he can create the strips and straps as well if possible. In most of the cases, creation of strips and straps seems impossible. I don't know for what reason, but that is what the scene is all about. This is one of the shortest videos we shooted for Auto Trader. More videos on the way. You know that if you have credentials in financial markets, you think that you're a wonderful person, you wanted to learn more, you can join our WhatsApp group. My number is 919899242978. You know our fixed income platform, www.fixedincome.global. Thank you and have a great time ahead.